We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames to see what is going on for the twin flame collective, divine feminine, divine masculine. Today we have Mercury retrograde square Uranus, and this is a powerful alignment as we are getting ready for that super blue moon. This is a rare blue moon and one of a few super moons in a row that is going to kick off. And it's also going to be aligning with Uranus. This is like expect the unexpected. This is where your plans don't go the way you think, and that you have sudden plot shifts and changes that are coming into the picture. Now today we have a lot of Mercury energy. Mercury rules the mind in astrology. We also have a Mercury cazimi. This happens when Mercury travels through the heart of the sun, giving us a ton of clarity, insights, and even downloads. We're halfway through that Mercury retrograde, and this is that point when we hit that cazimi energy where you get a lot of like new perspective on your situation. This Mercury retrograde in general is helping us to reframe and revisit how our past and how we're seeing things. It's all about the lens through which we're seeing the world in too. So we have a lot of that kind of energy of seeing things from a new view. Okay, we're going to start with a reading. I'm going to start with the Divine Feminine as always. Make sure you guys are checking out my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have a ton of healings, activations, and clearings up for today. I always want to be hitting this astrology because it's amazing to be using to tap into for healing work. I'm also doing stuff for tomorrow. I have lots of stuff up for that super blue moon. And then I'll be flipping my shop over. So anything in my store you can always do. All the stuff that's in there right now. Definitely a time we want to be tapping into these energies. This is just a general read, so make sure you are doing one-on-one phone call readings with me. This is going to give you a ton of clarity on what's going on for your specific situation too. So I always say make sure you're doing the one-on-one reading option on my website. I do that as a phone call. I also do twin flame coaching, which is great for helping you through the process, as oftentimes there's a lot of twists and turns that come up in healing work on the twin flame journey. So if you guys need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Okay, so starting out with a reading for the Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. I have to be in contact with you again. I miss you so much. So I put something up this morning that said, okay, and I don't want to use the word unawakened. Like if your DM is acting unawakened to the connection in some type of way, nothing you say is going to wake them up or get through to them. Divine unions are put together by God that you guys both get your guidance from higher up to. So when it is time, they will come back in if you're in a separation after they go through their own healing process too. And this is something in their coding. I'm always trying to understand this stuff. Some of the things are energetically encoded in us. This is why we need to heal and change our energy. Divine Feminine, as you're working on yourself, your masculine is going to sense that you have made these shifts energetically and even within your own soul, and they will come in on their own. They will be very drawn to you. They will be very attracted to you too. Some of you guys might be going through not a lot of communication. Mercury retrograde is to help heal some of these things with the twin flames too. So if there's been blocks or communication blocks, expect that there is a healing that is happening past what you can see. I see you in the face of strangers. You're always with me. So this is a powerful connection. You're always thinking of this person. You might see people that remind you of your twin flame, or you just might always have them on your mind. They're probably going to be on your mind a little bit extra with all of these Mercury energies too. I still feel connected to you, but I've waited too long to reach out. Is it too late for us? It is 100% possible that you are meant to come into union in this lifetime. I know, I help people, we'll say in all age ranges, and I have people that are still on this journey, like continue going with it. So you want to shift into union. You don't want to be kind of playing around with this later on and having these epiphanies, right, on your deathbed or whatever it is, right? So you met this person. You're meant to meet this person. When you meet this person, it sparks something within you energetically. It begins the twin flame activation process. This can get intense and it triggers old wounds and things like that, but you were meant to meet this person. It's also meant to keep you on track so that you know who your twin flame is. You know that you're meant to be working towards union. Now we have a huge thing with the union because this is part of your purpose. You're sitting on so many gifts that are meant to help the planet, and twin flames have powerful gifts, especially combined together. It's one thing on their own, but when you bring together these gifts, you're meant to play a role in each other's purpose and even do a divine mission together. Sometimes that divine mission is coming into union too. So we have, I don't want to get into this talk, but free will, which is ego, and then we have divine will. Divine will is always going to make sure that you're exactly where you should be in life according to a divine plan too. Union is your divine plan. Sometimes the ego can get triggered and try to take charge or take control, but oftentimes we end up back on a course where we're meant to be led to through the divine plan, especially the more that we surrender and begin to follow our soul. I'm trying to move on, but thoughts of you still linger and I can't control them. You might be guided to move on or know that you might have to move on, or you're trying to move on, but you still think about this person all the time. And that is the power of the twin flame connection once you have met too. So you probably still have this person on your mind a lot. I know we've been together in past lives. I recognize you. You are never a stranger to me. I was selfish and stuck in ego. So both of you guys, and this is part of the process, egos have been triggered, and we know that. You're meant to go through some of this processes. Twin flame is a very hard process. It can take you through many spiritual ego deaths and even rebirths, going through this intense process. You're both going through it together, even if you're apart. I should have fought for you. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. Every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. I don't want to be toxic anymore. They'll never compare to you. So you probably are at that space. Many of you guys are in this space too since you've met your twin flame. You know the connection. Depends on where you're at. All right, you might have been rejected by this person. This person may have, either you or this person may have tried to deny the connection. And this is like repressed emotions, not seeing the deeper picture of things. You're able to see the big picture now. You've gotten clarity, or you're getting clarity, especially with these Cazimi energies. We get a lot of clarity on our situation, especially if you guys have done separations. You get so much clarity once pulled back, and you can kind of pay attention to your downloads, insights, and things that are coming to you. This person may have triggered some type of rejection or abandonment trauma in you. Usually it's just abandoning the connection, leaving you, or even causing separation. You're healing from past karmic relationships and partners. And this has messed up our coding too, right? We're like, okay, you guys have had to deal with a lot of toxic stuff in the past on both sides, divine feminine, divine masculine. This is why a lot gets triggered trying to come into union too, because you both have some amount of karmic baggage that needs to be released and healed and kind of looked at through this connection. You're being guided to drop the karmic baggage and to let go of your karmic past during this time. That's what Mercury retrograde is here to help us to do. It's here to help us to shift out of old patterns, behaviors, and karmas that we've picked up. Once you really do this deep work, things will be more calm in your life too. You're meant to work on your ascension. And this is staying connected to spirit, staying connected to source. During this time, as you work on your ascension path, this is where you meet your twin flame. Oftentimes, you guys were not at a high enough frequency, maybe one or both, and you're needing to raise up your vibration and do that inner work to get there so that you can ascend. You will ascend together in union with your twin flame. It just kind of depends on where you're at. Oftentimes, you're having to go through a lot of hardcore spiritual work to achieve those, we'll say, ascension timelines too. So just working on yourself, working on your ascension journey. You're being guided to slow down and go in a new direction. You might have new opportunities or people that are coming into your experience, or things opening up on your side, divine feminine, especially if you guys are like doing your mission, you know, right? You're like really switched on, you're really channeling that energy correctly. Then you're going to have new opportunities and paths that are opening up. Stay open to go with the flow right now. New opportunities are presenting themselves. All right, you're healing something with your finances. You might be on some type of plan to heal things. I know so many twin flames through the collective that I'm working with have these themes coming up right now to heal something financially. Maybe you're being guided to make short-term sacrifices for the long term, being guided to focus on work, business, other areas of your life, what you need to wrap up or take care of on your own, things that you need to do to put yourself ahead. So you're being guided to heal your sacral chakra during this time. You might be leaning on friends right now, but you might be losing some of these connections too, because you're probably going to realize how surface level a lot of these connections are in your life. I know, right? Especially compared to your twin flame. I know, you're noticing how surface level some of these things are. So you might be leaning on your friends a little bit more than extra right now, or you might be losing connections. You might be guided to like really declutter, I know, right, and get rid of some connections, especially if you're someone that is very social and peoples a lot. You're probably needing to be more mindful of your connections and how they're affecting your energy. This is a fated meeting. This is meant to be. This is a destined connection. This is a predetermined encounter, and this is powerful because this person is your destiny. It is your destiny to come into union with this person. You know that you're meant to, and in the future you will. And this is where we get really like, we don't know how this is going, right? Your ego can get triggered. You know you're meant to be in union with this person. You know you're meant to be with them in the future, but oftentimes we're not quite there yet. And this can be a process as we're working through the inner journey of the twin flame journey too. So make sure that you're working on yourself, but know that this is a destined connection. You were destined to meet this person. You probably both knew that very fast upon meeting each other. All right, this person is watching you. They're attracted to you. They admire you. And just know that too, because this is my secret crush card. They might have played it cool and acted like they didn't like you, didn't love you. Depends where you're at with the process. But trust me, they have a lot of feelings for you. That might be some things they're needing to unpack on their side. Some of you guys are going to obviously shift into union or work your way into union or even marry this person. This is like the one. This is your forever person too. So this is a good messages for a union. All right, time to get creative right now with these energies. They are flowing. Time to put them into practice. We've been getting bombarded with a lot of high frequency energies over the past couple of days. You guys are probably feeling that, right? Move around. You don't want to lay around too much in these energies. You want to get up. You want to get flowing and get moving, because you're going to feel a lot better in these energies too. You're going through a huge karmic purge. This person has mirrored a lot of things to you with the mirroring, and this is what can get tiring and exhausting within these connections, so that you could go deep within on a spiritual level, on a soul level, and to heal certain things that you needed to work on. Pay attention to what this person has shown you in that twin flame mirror. Okay, you are on a spiritual journey in this lifetime. This is a journey to heal your past lifetimes, whether we realize that or not. This person has triggered a lot of things to the surface, but they're also helping you to heal a lot of baggage that you've still been carrying from past lifetimes and even past experiences in this lifetime. You may want to dive into some deep past life healing, especially if you've had reoccurring issues and you've had a hard time healing things in this lifetime. Oftentimes we came with a lot of past lifetime trauma. Your twin flame is here to help, I say, trigger these things in just the right way to the surface. And so that you can heal some of these things. That's something I do. Obviously on my website, I do a ton of past life healing sessions. I find that they're very, very helpful, especially with healing things in this lifetime that we've struggled with. All right, you are blossoming. You are coming back to life. Maybe you've gone through a lot of hardcore spiritual awakening. You've gone through ego death, maybe several dark night of the soul. You're coming out of it. And this is like feeling yourself again, feeling good. Maybe it's like you've been in the cocoon and you're ready to get out and like travel, spread your wings, right? Go explore places. You're coming back, but better version. And you'll notice that too from the twin flame journey and things like that. And so this is like, we don't bloom in every season, especially end of the summer before everything kind of wilts. You are a flower. You might feel like you got stepped on at certain times and you come back though in the spring, right? And it's like you go through this powerful transformation. Whatever you're putting your focus on and your energy to is going to blossom and bloom. Make sure that's you. This is a powerful twin flame connection, but you are clearing a lot of core wounds. You both share these core wounds. And so when one twin flame is diving in deep and doing the work, both will feel these shifts in frequency, vibration, and even at a spiritual and a soul level. Healing your core wounds, whatever has been triggered by this person. Right, and we have different stuff coming through as we're going to do this reading, but a lot of these cards are the masculine. Okay, we have the Emperor. Usually this is my twin flame masculine DM card. However, it is in reverse. Maybe you're missing this person. Maybe they're not around. And this is like, okay, this is them coming through in the reading. And oftentimes this is a really positive, like when you're in balance and things like that kind of card and things like that. So this person is very protective of you. They might just be like that in general. They might be very stable in their life or their energy and their structure. They might be someone who's like really structured, routine. This is like, I always think of it as Saturn energy. It is a noise, but I always think of it like that, like the cosmic keep everything in order kind of energy. But this person might be very set in their ways and stubborn. They might be very rigid and not flexible on things, right? Like everything their way or the highway kind of energy when we're dealing with this. But this is also my tapping into downloads in the Akashic Records. You're getting downloads. Everyone is a different story and a different journey, and everyone's experience is going to play out in a different way. I always say to tap into your direct guidance and insights, because it's going to really tell you, you know, on a soul level what's coming for you, what's going to happen, and how things are going to go on a very deep level. Sometimes when we see the Emperor, this is like tapping into the Akashic Records with it. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands, and this is masculine again, but there might be some lack of growth on this. They're unhappy with the choices that they've made, especially if you guys are in separation. I always say sometimes they think they'd be happier. We see the masculine wanting to hold on to single life or doing what they want to do. And usually it's just so they can date and keep options open. Not for everyone, but I do see that, right? And that they're unhappy with any choices being made, because usually this is my moving and traveling and getting things done kind of card, and growth and expansion and things like that. They may have wanted to stay in their little box, whatever it is, but they're unhappy with whatever choices they've made on their side of things. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles, you're going to get some money. And I was thinking, message of the day, you guys are sitting on powerful gifts that can, you know, help you in so many areas of your life. It could give you, like if you guys are asking for a lot of money in your life, pay attention. You might be getting an idea on something. It could literally be like an invention idea, right? A company idea, a business idea, anything. So this is like money coming in. This could be an inheritance. It could just be money coming out of nowhere. This is like building security in your life. We're doing all of this work so that we can build a more secure base, but this is like happy family card too. So some of you guys maybe we'll say contracted or wanting to have family with your twin flame. Some of you obviously already have families, and that you're just wanting to bring more security and stability into these situations. Some of you guys may have families with your twin flame too. This is a lot of earth energy, but this is like money coming in, and you just stay open to how. When you heal yourself, you'll begin to shift into a more positive state, and you'll begin to attract more money and abundance into your life and bring more into your life. Okay, so we have my favorite, going through the death energy. Welcome to 2024, right? Oh my God, since the start of the year, we've gone through a lot energetically, and we're still moving through it. This is like things have come to an end. You've had endings, beginnings, change, transformation, spiritual transformation, and unexpected or sudden changes. This is letting go of old situations and beliefs, especially with your twin flame. Some of you guys, if you're in separation, you won't go back to the cycle you were in. You need to release that, heal it, and let go of it. You'll come into a brand new cycle, and like out of knowledge, right, and things like that. But it could be letting go of past traumas and pains that have been getting in the way of your twin flame situation, or old stuff, or whatever it is. It's like letting go kind of card, but letting go of negative beliefs that have been blocking this connection on some level. Okay, so you're being tested right now. You may still have imbalances that you're dealing with. This is like, make sure that you're not overindulging. We also have a powerful alignment with two of the luckiest planets touching, which is just basically, we'll say a lot of Virgo energy and Venus energy. Make sure you're not overindulging in alcohol, food, sex, drugs, shopping, and things that can throw you out of balance during this time. If anything, we're being guided to really purify our lives on every level. I know that when people are on the twin flame journey, oftentimes you guys go into like eating better food, changing your diet. This is awakening, right? Not dating anymore, waiting for your twin flame. And so some of you guys might end up in like celibacy and cleansing the body. Some of you guys might end up, you know, if you have toxic addictions like alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, you're being guided to, or pharmaceuticals, you're being guided to look at these things and to heal these things and to slowly make changes in your life, especially as the frequencies are rising on the planet. So you're being guided to look at some of these ways that you might be not taking care of yourself, we will say, because these are all, you know, some of these are rooted in lack of self-love and self-care. So you're being guided to really look after yourself, take care of yourself, and to heal yourself, especially anything that needs to go right now. This could just be limiting beliefs, old beliefs around love and relationships, or even deeper things like things not good for you. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine Collective. Divine Feminine, take this as direct messages from your masculine. It's easier being with someone from my world. We were too different, that's why I'm with someone similar to me. Okay, so nothing is more important than the twin flame relationship. I was posting this morning. It doesn't matter if it's karmics, romantics, family. The twin flame connection is so powerful. It's part of your divine mission and soul contract, and it's on that higher level too. So all these connections have something in common. They're from the lower level, lower frequencies. When you raise up your frequency, that your twin flame will meet you there. Can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? This person might be waiting for you to let go of things. I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. Being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. Sometimes that is how you guys test the connection too and find out how important the connection is. No one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated you until you were gone. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. You tame my demons. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as I was before. Both have been going through a lot of huge transition. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. I've been working on myself. There is a magnetic attraction here. You know, this person is very pulled to you. They feel a very strong energy. This might be something that is very flirting, very physical, very alluring to this person. It's very hands-on and physical connection. There's going to be a new beginning. For some, this could be new energies coming in if you're in union, or if you're in separation, a new beginning and kind of coming together too. This is a connection that is meant to heal your inner child. All right, there is a lot of negative energy still around this divine masculine. I always say they're being tested and tempted, right? Usually it's just karmics when we see that. We're like, right? And things like that. It just kind of depends. They might be having some issues with that. All right, social media. This person is checking up on your social media. They're checking up on you online, especially if you're on there, and you guys might know that. You might sense that. You have unfinished business with this person. This is what Mercury retrograde is bringing up, the unfinished business too. So if this person's on your mind a lot, there's a reason why. It's not over, but there's patterns and back and forth stuff. You need to heal your relationship patterns and how you're interacting in relationships with others too, masculine, because some of these might have gotten in the way. So it's about looking at or taking a deeper look and reflecting on your relationship patterns too, and letting go of your baggage. I always love this home card. All right, this is like coming together. Some of you guys might be moving in with your twin flame, buying a house with your twin flame, or just shifting into a new timeline with your twin flame. There's some type of root chakra healing that needs to happen for you, divine masculine, to get there. We have the runner card. There might be a runner dynamic in this. This is escape from emotion and confusion. So this is just being triggered and dealing with that. So triggers are meant to help us to release energies and move into a higher frequency. Sometimes you guys are getting triggered and you're not dealing with it, and you go into the pattern of avoidance. This is from your toxic past and how you learned how to deal with things. Usually it's from the parents and things like that. Okay, so you're being guided to really face yourself and your emotions right now. This will help you to heal that. You're at a crossroads. This is like you might not know where you're headed. There's a lot of that through the collective. Like you don't know where you're headed. You don't know where you're going. You have a lot of choices, but you're kind of confused on things. Really follow your intuition right now. Something huge is going to happen in the winter, but you might feel like you're left out in the cold over this situation. And, you might be looking forward to the winter. You might be someone who does better in the winter kind of sign too. This is your person. This is your twin flame. You have a lot of compatibility. Like I said, a lot of traction. This is the person that is meant for you too. So this is a twin flame connection, but this is like home. you feel at home with each other, you can just open up and talk to this person about anything. You could sit for hours and just talk. You could just sit in their presence. You're very comfortable near each other, which is different than other connections. That this person is home. So as long as you're doing your ascension path and allowing Source to guide you home, it's trying to guide you into the higher dimensions with this person too. All right, you might be on some break or a pause. This is like, I know things not moving. You might be waiting for a sign. You're probably getting a ton of signs, maybe waiting for a sign in your side, as they say, and you're getting the signs. But for some, they're trying to switch that off, which can happen too. Sometimes that can happen. They're trying to switch off the gifts and stay in the matrix and things like that. You're being guided to pay attention to the signs right now. You're on a fast track to ascension. This is for sure something huge happening in your life. You're having a lot of breakthroughs, and a breakthrough is about this connection, as this is a twin flame reading. So as you're processing and letting go of karmic debt, this is helping you to open up to the connection more. Remember who you are. I think this is important too. Remember who you are, Divine Masculine. You are capable of so much. We talked about your purpose right now. Some of you guys might want to get someone who's really good with the twin flame process as me to work with, that can help you through the process. I know. Okay, you guys might want to get someone that will help you through this process. It'll help you so much with clearing blocks, obstacles, and things that you might be doing as well too on your side. Work with someone. Get someone to help you through this process. You know, you guys can always book me on my website. Why I say to do your healings, because you need to raise up your frequency. You need to increase your frequency. So doing energy work will help you a ton. This will help you shift into higher conscious states of awareness. All right. Ace of Swords, this is a breakthrough. This is also my new beginning card. I love it. It's like new beginning. You guys are ready for something new. You're ready for a new beginning. You might be someone who gets bored quick. You need a lot of mental stimulation. You're always trying to learn. You like new ideas, new plans. But you have a lot of mental clarity about this situation. I said this is like the energy of this Cazimi for us to get clarity on things. And this is communication coming in. Also, if you guys have legal stuff going on, this is like good news coming through. You know, some of you guys do. This is good news coming through, manifesting those outcomes, but it's also communication with your twin flame too. So depends how that will manifest. You've been in this Nine of Swords energy for too long. This is fear, anxiety. Your twin flame will amplify these things and bring them out. They're meant to come to the surface. You clear them, energy clearing, and then you move on and you get into that love and light utopia of union. But sometimes we stay stuck here. So this can represent that you've been worrying a lot. You've been up at night. You've been having bad dreams. Your mental health might not be so good. And it's like that kind of energy you need to shift out of. There's going to be a lot of communication and fast movement forward after a delay. This can indicate travel, holidays, freedom, and even weekend love. Things are going to begin to move. If there's been no communication or communication blocks on the Divine Masculine side, you're ready to move past those. You've done a lot of letting go of the past and focusing on the future. For some, this is like you need to leave your childhood behind, your home, resolve childhood issues, and growing up. This is my favorite card, Four of Wands. It's happy reunion energy. There's a lot of reunion and union energies in the air. As the frequencies are rising on planet Earth, they're going to support twin flame unions like never before. Low frequency, we know they're not very great for that. We shift into the higher. We're going to see so many twin flames coming into harmonious union. So this is like twin flame soulmate energy, 1111 portal. This is love, support, and this is even reunion for those apart. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is in reverse, but this is my twin flame card, and I never would think of this as another twin flame card. So we've had so many twin flame confirmation cards doing this reading and things like that, but this is like, with this energy, it's also needing a even energy exchange. Something might be out of balance on the masculine side. You need to open up to receive. It could be love, energy, time, money, whatever it is. It's like in a flow of these things, right? Some of you guys might be closed off. You don't need anything from everyone, any one kind of deal. But this is also opening up to that flow is how you're going to attract more on a universal level too. So needing to balance something there. There might be an imbalance. Some of you guys might be really closed off to receiving or giving love or whatever it is. Needing to come into an energy balance, because this is our twin flame card too. And this is confirmation of the connection. All right, I'm going on the note anyways. I don't have a ton of battery, but I wanted to come on here and do quick cards anyways. I'm going to be around doing healings all day on my website. If you do need me, I'm around today and tomorrow for healings. Just go ahead and book them on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.